Today's important current affairs. Tsunami hits Russia's Far East after powerful earthquake of 8.7 magnitude. A powerful earthquake of 8.7 magnitude struck off Russia's far eastern Kamchatka Peninsula, triggering a tsunami with wave up to 3 meters, that is 13 feet. And in that particular area, evacuations and there was a damage to certain buildings also. In Russia's far east region, that is particularly in the parts of Kamchatka, tsunami waves reached 3 to 4 meters, and the tsunami warning was given to various islands also near far east Russia, and even Russia, Hawaii, all other small Japan and other islands, they are also now under tsunami alert. The American authorities issued a tsunami advisory for parts including Alaska, Hawaii. Hawaii is also under tsunami warning, but it is not, the threat is not so big. So, tsunami hits Russia's forest today early hours, and the tsunami warning was given to various smaller islands and also Japan and also America's Alaska today in the early hours. That's the news that is coming up. Next important news. Launch of NISSAR satellite with GSLV F-16 today. NISSAR, NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar. ISRO is launching the NISSAR satellite in the evening 5:40 p.m. today, that is on July 30th, using a GSLV F-16 rocket from Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota. NISSAR, weighing 2,392 kgs, is a unique Earth observation satellite. It's a unique Earth observation satellite. This is the first satellite to observe the Earth with a dual frequency synthetic aperture radar. NISSAR is the first satellite to observe the Earth with a dual frequency synthetic aperture radar, that is NASA's L-band and ISRO's S-band, both using NASA's 12M unfurlable mesh reflector antenna. The satellite, that is the NISSAR, will scan the entire globe and provide all-weather day and night data at 12-day intervals and enable a wide range of applications. NISSAR can detect even small changes in the Earth's surface. NISSAR can detect even a small change in the Earth's surface, such as ground deformation, ice sheet movement, and vegetation dynamics also. After reaching the orbit, the NISSAR will begin its data gathering mission following a 3-month test and calibration phase. NISSAR would capture high resolution images and fine measurements to provide critical information on earthquakes, floods, landslides, and other land changes. So, this is an interesting mission developed by India and America. ISRO of India and NASA of America. Is a long awaited mission, and today it is being launched through GSLV F-16. GSLV F-16 is very important. Next important news, Pralay missile system. Pralay. DRDO successfully conducted range of validation tests of Pralay missile. The DRDO has successfully tested the capabilities of Pralay, the indigenous quasi-ballistic missile system Pralay, over 2 consecutive days from APJ Abdul Kalam Islands of the Orissa coast. APJ Abdul Kalam Islands of the Orissa coast. It's very important. And the missile followed the predetermined trajectory and precisely hit the design targets, fulfilling all the mission objectives. The Pralay missile, developed by DRDO, is a solid propellant driven surface to surface weapon system. Pralay is a surface to surface missile designed to carry various types of warheads and engage multiple targeted profiles. The development involves several DRDO laboratories, Advanced Systems Laboratory, BDL, BEL, and several MSMEs. You are expected to learn what is quasi-ballistic missile system or quasi-ballistic missile system. So, you can see a video which I have made in Telugu. At 9 o'clock it will be released. What is quasi-ballistic missile system? Question might be asked on that. Quasi-ballistic missile system. So, the greatness of this missile is it will actually start with the predetermined trajectory to hit the target But whenever it finds a new signal, it can change its trajectory and go and hit the new signal also. So it has capabilities of ballistic missile and the cruise missile. Ballistic missile and the cruise missile. For that reason, it is also called as quasi-ballistic missile. So you can see the full-length explanation in Telugu video. Coming back, Punjab to launch evidence-based anti-drug school curriculum in government schools on August 1st. The Punjab government is set to roll out an anti-drug school curriculum developed by Nobel laureates Abhijit Banerjee, and you all know Abhijit Banerjee, Esther Duflo. They all had a very big organization, J-PAL. So, anti-drug school curriculum is being introduced to empower around 8 lakh students with prevention-focused skills to combat substance abuse. With prevention-focused skills to combat substance abuse as part of its ongoing Yudh Nashiyan Viruddh. So, Punjab government is launching a separate school curriculum against drugs to educate the children at the school level itself. As you all know, Udta Punjab movie also is based on that drug abuse in Punjab. And more importantly, Punjab is very close to Golden Crescent, Pakistan, Afghanistan and Iran. Coming back, earthquake of magnitude 6.3 strikes Andaman Nicobar Islands. An earthquake of magnitude 6.3 hit the Bay of Bengal near the Andaman Nicobar Islands around 12:11 am on Tuesday, July 29th. According to the National Center of Seismology, the depth of the quake of 10 kilometers and the exact location was latitude 6.82 north, longitude 93.37 east. So there is no report of any casualty or damage, but there is an earthquake. Kaziranga National Park and Kaziranga Tiger Reserve. I think you all know that. Kaziranga has the third highest tiger density after Bandipur and Jim Corbett. Kaziranga Tiger Reserve in Assam, famous for one-horned rhinos, has emerged as the reserve with the third highest density of tigers globally. A new estimate of tiger population in the park have stated. A report titled Status of Tigers in Kaziranga 2024, which was released on July 29th, International Tiger Conservation Day or Global Tiger Day, said tiger population in the reserve increased to 148 and density of tigers stood at 18.65 tigers per square kilometers. Karnataka's Bandipur Tiger Reserve tops the chart with a tiger density of 19.83 per 100 square kilometers, followed by Jim Corbett National Park in Uttarakhand, 19.56 square tigers per 100 square kilometers. And tiger population in the 1307 square kilometers Kaziranga was found to be 104. It was found to be 104. It's very good news for Kaziranga and tiger conservation activists also. International Festival of Kutiyattam begins on July 29th at Kerala. To commemorate 60 years of Kutiyattam's institutional journey, the Department of Kutiyattam at Kerala's Kala Mandalam, deemed to be University for Arts and Culture, is organizing the International Festival of Kutiyattam. This landmark event celebrates classical Sanskrit theatre's legacy and its evolution with the public academic institution. And the festival will be held at Kerala Kala Mandalam campus. And you should also know, Kutiyattam is the world's oldest surviving Sanskrit theatre tradition. Kutiyattam is the world's oldest surviving Sanskrit theatre tradition. Kutiyattam occupies a unique place in global heritage. It occupies a unique place in global heritage. It's very important. And Kutiyattam, now the festival is a 5-day event which brings together practitioners, scholars and enthusiasts across the world. And President Draupadi Murmu is going to visit West Bengal and Jharkhand today. That is on July 30th. Indian President Draupadi Murmu will visit West Bengal and Jharkhand. During her visit to West Bengal, she will also grace the convocation ceremony of AIIMS, which is located at Kalyani, West Bengal. In Jharkhand, she is also going to attend AIIMS ceremony again. So, President is going to visit West Bengal and Jharkhand. And 3 Pak terrorists behind Pahalgam killed. Operation Mahadev. Operation Mahadev, a long-drawn operation by Indian Armed Forces, successfully neutralized 3 terrorists who are responsible for Pahalgam terror attack. 3 Pakistani terrorists who carried out April 22nd terror attack in Pahalgam were killed in Dachigam encounter in Srinagar. The Union government told to Lok Sabha on July 29th. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah both confirmed the operation. So this is a big thing. Operation Mahadev. With the title Operation Mahadev, 3 Pahalgam terrorists who are responsible for Pahalgam terror attack were neutralized, and they have their roots in Lashkar-e Toiba also. They have their roots in Lashkar-e Toiba.